Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got a possible very fun gameplay here for you with the soldier's new weapon. The dumpster diver is of course what the arsenal is called, the entire basically loadout that has been given to the soldier. But the weapon itself, that is the main focus, the bazooka, is of course the Beggars Bazooka, clearly. And it's a very fun weapon, but at the same time also a very stupid weapon. And even though I get some very fun stuff with it, I also have some very stupid stuff with it. Basically, it's a weapon that you can use to barrage your enemy with. It's very nice to have open fields for it, and unfortunately I did not see that sentry, but that's a given. And you basically load up your rockets like the Unreal Tournament rocket launcher, the very first one I believe, and then you can shoot them in a barrage of 2 or 3. But if you keep loading, you explode, and that does about 180 damage. Now it's very hard to rocket jump with this weapon because you actually have to load 2 rockets to be able to rocket jump when you want, unless you have to time it really well if you just click it with 1 rocket. So don't expect to be reliable with the rocket jumps with this weapon. And on top of that, it's not reliable at all to be very accurate with it. It's basically meant, it's the soldier's version of the huntsman. That's the way that I perceive this weapon. You load your weapons, you shoot in a general direction, and you hope for the best. That's the way that this weapon is going to be played. Of course, you can, put a little bit more skill in it, like load up, run around a corner, and then blow the entire room up, and things like that. But beyond that, if you are going to go beyond a certain distance, you really want to have luck on your side, because the deviation of +3 that is put on this weapon is otherwise going to, well, not work in your favor. Almost going to die here, but my pyro buddy here, Shizzlebot, basically saving my butt, and I'm totally fine with that. And as you can see right now, I'm looking for some health back, and I'm about to go below as well, while still shooting some rockets in a general direction. Just trying to get some hits off, just doing some general barrages and hoping for the best. Because right now, the only reliable weapon that I have is the shotgun. It's the only weapon that is reliable in the sense that I can always count on it to be accurate, assuming I aim right, and doing a set amount of damage. With this weapon, it's all over the place. This is basically a weapon that you can use to weaken or soften people up from a large distance in an open field or choke points. But it's definitely not a weapon you want to be using to, take out a sentry from a relatively far distance, because the rockets will go everywhere besides the sentry. That's a really big downside to this weapon. It's a lot of fun, but it's definitely something you want to be using for competitive play, let's be honest. I really want to see basically an army of soldiers using this weapon and basically blowing the enemy team up with like 1,000,000 rockets and a grouped up barrage, if you know what I mean, and see that just happening. That's something I might pull off at some point if I can get some people together, but don't count on it. It's a lot of fun though, especially in close quarters. It's devastating because you're basically shooting 3 rockets. It's rather overpowered in that sense if you get that going. But at the other hand, at the same time, you also trade off your accuracy. So if it's overpowered in the end, I'm not entirely sure. Also, I'm getting caught off guard here by that pyro. Just another perfect example to why the detonator and the backburner on that point in this map are very effective if you don't watch out. So that's possibly some advice for all your pyros out there that still like the detonator. But beyond that, I'm not sure if this weapon is really overpowered when it comes down for competitive play. If you are going to stay close to the soldier or attack in close range, yeah, you are going to get devastated because you're going to get 3 fast rockets on your face. It's really hard to avoid that, especially for scouts and such, because you will hit a larger area, and it takes about 2 rockets, give or take, to take down a proper scout, and you have 3 that you can shoot, assuming you build up correctly. And also, you have to be very careful that if you load up 3 rockets, you are very eager to actually blow people or blow yourself up, which actually happened to me a few times. So apologies for that. Just trying to prevent some people from moving out so we can push that bomb further. Also, a fun thing to note is that when you only have 2 rockets left, or 1 rocket, you can keep your rocket loaded by holding the button, by keep holding it, by not exploding it, because it only explodes if you go beyond 3, I believe. So perhaps it also works with only 3 rockets left, so you can then time your rockets correctly. But if you load another one, you do blow up, so that's something to be careful of. Anyway, make sure to subscribe, make sure to check out the review of all the new weapons link below, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.